I'm going to show you something today that's going to change the way you look at modifying cars. We've got every tool we need to modify our cars, but we've come across something that, look, I thought was a bit of a toy, but it turns out it's something that's never going to leave the shed. What if I showed you something that, you know, when you've lost that part or something's broken and you want to order it from the catalog, but you just can't find the right part? What if you could 3D print that part or make a completely new part out of nothing on your computer that's customized exactly for your purpose in your vehicle? This 3D printer I've had for about a month now, and I'm brand new to 3D printing. I actually bought it because I bought a little remote control car and I wanted to print body mounts and I wanted to make a replica of the 79, and I wanted to print a canopy because I couldn't find one that kind of was the same as my one. Anyway, long story short, I built the car, I printed the canopy, I printed a rooftop tent, I printed body mounts, but then I started thinking, hang on, if it works for the little car, why can't it work for the big car? So I started printing some stuff for the 79, and honestly, this thing's consuming me. Everything I go, what can I print, what can I do, what can I customize? It's changed the whole way I look at modifying the 79. So look, I've, as I said, no experience in 3D printing, but when you get it, you can do certain things to start with. Now, it comes with a bunch of tools that help you if it gets stuck or whatever happens. And I've printed a box to hold the tools that come with the printer. It's bizarre, like everything that comes with it. Now, the way a 3D printer works, and I never knew this, I'm brand new to this, as I say, not long. A 3D printer prints basically plastic in layers and it builds it up really, really slowly. It's like bricks on a house, just layer by layer by layer, it prints it up, and it prints it on a hot bed, and it keeps it, you know, I suppose at the right temperature so it melts and then it sets properly. There's all different sorts of filament that you get it. I think it's PLA. We'll put it on the screen what the right one is. It's PLA, there's PETG, there's AMS. I've learned all of these new languages in the last couple of weeks. Basically, the one that I use the most is the PETG. It seems to be a little bit more tolerant to higher temperatures, especially if it's in a car and the sunlight's beating in on it. It's still quite easy to print. The PLA, which is the starter level, it's quite susceptible to higher temperatures and things will warp and melt, but it's very, very easy to print lots of stuff on. The AMS is, sorry, this is the AMS. It's the ABS is the real strong, UV resistant, very strong parts. So that's what you would use to print stuff that go on the outside of the car. So say you were making like a Starlink mount for the roof, you'd print that in the ABS because that's really strong plastic and it's good for UV and it'll last a long time. So I've taught myself a lot about these filaments. I've got different colors. There's even a really bendy one which you could print like a mud flap if that was big enough. So the constraint with this is the plate is 256 by 256 and it'll go 256 high. So that's your maximum print size with this printer. This is called the Bambu Lab P1S. Now, we are not sponsored by Bambu. I bought this myself. This has nothing to do with them. This is an honest review. It's not even a review. This is kind of what just we're doing with the printer. But I've got really consumed by printing. So I'm going to go through some of the things that I've done for the 79 and just let you see, I guess, what's possible and then what future plans I have to print this for the car. All right, I'm just going to jump in quickly. I don't know if you've noticed, but we've got all our new merch now. So if you jump on the mudmodsandbeers.com.au, we've got 7 cracking designs on there. If you want to support the channel or you just like the look of them, buy one today. And if you do buy one, tag us on Insta because we're way more active over there than we are on YouTube as far as our up-to-date stuff. Follow us on Instagram too. We would really appreciate it. Anyway, back to the episode. So let's start off. I'm no CAD expert. I don't even know what CAD is until a couple of weeks ago, but you can download an awful lot of designs for free there's a heap of websites on there. I think I've used Thingiverse it's called, or there's a Bambu Maker page, and you can just download stuff for free. Some designs you have to pay for in other websites, but there's a lot of free stuff. So one of the first things I printed, which blew my mind, was this. Now, I didn't print this, and this was printed and I literally lifted it off the printer. It had hinges already done. I didn't snap this together. This is the way it came off the printer. But this is a mobile phone holder. And it goes all different angles, and that was one of the first things I printed, and that blew my mind that came off a printer. This gave me inspiration. As I said earlier, I've been very heavily into my RC cars lately, so I've printed little flex ramps for the RC cars. the big 79 model that I've done, I've printed a lot of stuff on that to make it look kind of like mine. Then I went a bit further forward and I started building, printing ramps. So these are obviously wider than 256 that fits on, but just bolted two of them together. And a little ramp for all our little small cars. So then I thought, if you watched our episode last week on the TPMS system that Tough Terrain have given us, though, that was just sitting on the dashboard, and I thought, I want something better for that. So what I did, I got on and I started learning CAD. So I've started teaching myself CAD, and it's not desperately tricky once you get your head around it. So I started thinking, can I print a holder for this? So the first, and this is the thing about 3D printing, it does take a little while to get your head around it, and then the prints do take a while to do. Something like this took me probably an hour to design, which I'm sure I'll get faster at, and this probably took about an hour and a half to print. So between each test, there is a little bit of time. As far as cost goes, so the rolls that I bought, they're worth about 20 bucks, and that's a kilo, and it goes in grams. So this, I think, was about 100 grams or 80 grams. So this probably cost, I don't know, 2 or 3 bucks to print this. So the idea was that the clips go on to the top of my holder that's on top of the dashboard where my sunnies and all go. And this was so satisfying when I first printed it. It clips in, and it's a pressure fit, like it just fits. And I was like, oh, that's good. When I put it in, it sat too low down. I couldn't see the screen. So then I went back into CAD and I printed another one, this time with a ledge on there. And I printed, I thought, that's it, I've nailed it. And I went to put this in, and somehow I've got the measurement wrong at the back, and it was too big. So then the third and final one, which is the final version, I printed, and it goes in. And what I've done is I've put this little ledge at the back, these hooks that go over the hook, and I'll show you it in the car. It sits at a nice angle so I can read it while I'm driving. So that was one of the first things I printed, and I was like, brilliant. Right, what can I do next? So next, and this was something I found free, I found these. So I've got a Merlin garage door opener with a little round one, fits straight in there. I've stuck it to the dash of the 79, and it holds the remote control for the garage. Brilliant. Then, the next thing I did, and I found this free again, I found a Toyota badge for the grill, and I printed that. Now I've just cable tied it on in the meantime because I wanted to make sure I liked it, but I will take this off. It's not the Toyota white, it's just the white filament. So I will sand this back and paint it so it looks factory, and I'll find a better way to mount it on the grill. That's kind of legendary for me. So the next thing I've decided I'm going to do, we're going to put these new spotties in the car. So we've got these Hardcore Hyperion spotties that we're going to put on. Now, when I put these spotties on, I just bolted a bit of a tube that I had lying around the shed. It's probably not the strongest tube in the world, and these things do rattle a bit on just normal roads, not even corrugations. So I'm going to design a 3D print that spaces these up so I can get a normal thick bar on it, so these will be more solid, because the mounts on this are quite close in this bull bar, and I didn't like the look of it. I wanted the spotty spread apart a bit. So I'm going to design a 3D print to help these spotties mount. The world has just opened up to me. It's absolutely amazing. I'd love to hear any comments you have. If you've got a 3D printer, what you've printed with it, or if you've got anything you've designed, how it's helped your car, because I'd love some inspiration. I'd love to print so much more stuff. I already have a Starlink mount, otherwise I'd have printed one of those too, but yeah, 3D printing, it's... So look, there's an infinite amount of things you can print, design, build with these 3D printers. And it's not just about modifying your cars too. If something breaks, if you've got an older car and you maybe can't get the parts for it, a lot of the insides of older cars are plastic. It might be something that you can print instead of trying to source or buy secondhand or glue back together again. I do think if you're an avid DIYer, or something like, we're going to print more for the garage. One of the things I'm going to print this weekend is spanner organizers, so the spanners sit up and you can see them a lot easier within the drawers. So there's so much we can do with it. I think it's something that moving forward you should have in your garage. It's a really good tool just to think, right, I want to build that, and you're not building it out of cardboard and then taking it over to the metal fabricator or building it out of wood or just trying to budge it together. This thing will print really well. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. Please do subscribe because it does really help us out, and we'll see you in the next one.